Detailed configurations are available once our basic setup has been configured. There are different detailed configurations that will be discussed: heat transfer, initial conditions, column internals, and controllers. Dimensions and the geometry of the pot can now be specified by moving to the Pot tab. For this example, set a tantan length of 1 meter and a diameter of 1 meter. The volume will be automatically calculated. Click on the heating jacket around the pot. It will bring you to the heat transfer folder from the main navigation panel. Here, we will be defining the heat transfer model and relevant configuration options. In addition to the jacket, add heating coils and set their heat transfer area to 2 square meters. Scroll down and set the jacket top height, coil top height as 0.8 meters, and the coil bottom height as 0.1 meter. Now, go to the Jacket Heating tab and specify the medium temperature as 120 degrees Celsius. Do the same for the coil's heating. Click on the Initial Conditions folder in the navigation panel. Here, we will need to choose how the column is set up at the beginning of the process that we are trying to model. There are 3 different types of initial conditions: total reflux, empty, and initial charge. Total reflux will start the simulation at column's total reflux condition, based on the specified charge characteristics, while the empty condition will start the process assuming the specified gas is initially filling the system. The initial charge condition can also be used to simulate a case when an initial inventory is present in the pot. Depending on the initial condition, different specifications will be needed. Set the initial condition to total reflux, and specify mass as our charge basis with an initial charge of 1,400 kilograms. The column internal folder only needs to be configured if we want the pressure profile and hold up to be calculated. In this case, we will need to specify column geometry and type of internals such as straight or packing. We can also add controllers to the system by clicking on the Controllers folder. Add a new controller by clicking on Add New and name it L100. Double-click and a new tab will show up. For each controller that we create, we will need to specify the type of controller and set the set point, which is the target value for the process variable. Depending on the type, other variables will need to be specified. For this example, for our process variable, set the type as pot liquid volume and make the set point equal to 1 cubic meter. For the output, set a continuous feed as our location, set IPA as our continuous feed, and mass flow rate as our type. Additional controller settings, like for instance direct or reverse action, needs to be specified in the Parameters tab. We have looked into 4 different detailed configurations: heat transfer, initial conditions, column internals, and controllers. For heat transfer, the rigorous option will allow the user inputting more accurate data, such as coil and heating temperatures. There are 3 different initial conditions available: total reflux, empty, and initial charge, each needing different parameters. Column internals need to be specified only if the pressure profile needs to be calculated. Finally, controllers can be added to the system under the Controller folder.